Hello, everybody. I'm sorry that I'm late. Like one thing after another happened right as I was launching. My one computer went down. One I had to relog into. I had to change my pump because I ran out of insulin, and and my world spins. And then my Wi-Fi was acting in. Are we in a retrograde? I don't know. I haven't looked in a while. Some weird thing. I'm gonna close the God, I'm running 15 minutes late. Wow. I'm going to close the questions early because I'm going to keep this show short today. Thank you for coming in so early, everybody. I really appreciate it. I'm glad my notices went out. Wolf and I were testing the notification, and I'm adding people to the list as we go. I had the chat up. I was adding people to the list, and the newest person in the list where I ended was Kim, and Wolfie came on, of course, but I was expecting him long mouse to my. Let me show my other computer really quick. Well, so it won't be so distracting. The right mouse going here. Okay. I hate when things start falling apart when I'm trying to go live, because then it makes me a little anxious. Cut my hair. Yes, those of you notice I got a new deck for Sunday called the Time Article Discovering Your Path. So we'll integrate that new deck in tomorrow. I'm running the show short because my husband and I are going out tonight. One of his favorite singers is singing tonight. So we're going to go early and order a pizza, which we usually don't do at the Marriott. They're a little spendy, but this is our little splurge. So we're going to have fun doing that. And hello, Unicorn of Rainbows. And I want to welcome all the new people to the room and thank everybody for donations that sent donations in the last month. I haven't had a chance to post my YouTube. I'm going to run it on the ticker because it will take me a minute to find it. I do have it in the ticker. Here it is. That one's pretty long. Let me edit it really quick so it just has the link. It'll be on the ticker, but I'll just make it short so it won't be a really long stream. Save. And if somebody wants to type it in so it's easy to click on, I would appreciate it. You have to put in the whole thing, the https://paypal.me/r-staff989. And if you want to put the link in, I would appreciate that. Whoever has a chance to do that. Let me get off my banners and back into my comments. So anybody else coming in the room, I can grab. I'm doing really good. Still having a pancreatic bout. Trying to get a hold of my doctor. Mostly I'm getting roadblocked by her very young nurse who doesn't think she should pass on messages. Because if she was passing on messages, my doctor is a friend of mine, not just my doctor, she would have called me. And I'm having problems with pancreatitis, and I think I'm having problems with from that chest cold I had earlier in the month. I'm still having problems with asthma, so I'm sort of thinking I need to get in and have her do a chest x-ray to make sure that there's nothing weird going on, and probably change up some of my medication on that. But other than that, I'm doing pretty good. I'm sleeping pretty good. I've been out of pain meds for 2 weeks now, which obviously I'm really withdrawing from them. Now I've been using the CDB, I think is that how you say it, 1,000 milligrams of that 3 times a day. And I've used it before, but it's been years, and it's actually been really effective, especially with my, because I have MS, I get spasms in my legs, and it's really helped with the spasms, calming my spasms down and allowing me to sleep, because I cannot sleep when my legs spasming. I don't know if you can imagine. It's like trying to sleep with a Charlie horse. It just doesn't happen. So I've had really good luck with that, and it's cut the nausea and some of the abdominal pain, which is making it bearable. And yeah, I'm at my health is a train wreck. I'm at science experiment and working. People that know me laugh and say, "Yeah, that's true, though." But I have an appointment with her on the 30th. I just was trying to not have to wait till the 30th to talk to her, but and it's a phone appointment, which then she's going to turn around and tell me to come in and get labs and stuff done. So I'll do what I need to do, but I'm just riding with the tide, as all Pisces do. But we're going to do 5-card readings today. I'm going to cut the list off at, I said 45 minutes from, so yeah, it'll be about 30 minutes into it, but I will be bouncing back and forth from the chat so I can get everybody that's here and now in the room, and anybody new in the room. And Unicorn and Rainbows, did I give you a full reading when you came in the room last week? Because I did not jot it down on my tablet. I'll just do a full reading for you because I don't think I think you came in right towards the end, and I didn't have time to add it in because I was hitting that 2-hour mark. I'm going to try to keep the show down to about an hour, about 4:45, because we're trying to get in town early so we can grab a table, because we're going to meet a group of people there. And if we show up at like 6:30, there won't be any seating left. And we want to eat. So we're trying to get there before the whole crowd gets there, because Tina draws about 150 people in, and they don't have that much seating. So I restarted. There you are. Oh, okay. Yeah. It sounds like Kim is having the same problems I'm having with my computer. I actually had to shut one down and start another one. Yeah, you can't really remember either. Well, I'll throw you at 12. Anyways, I'm going to move over to the list. Just did want to give a shout out to my moderator, Wolf. He's Snow Wolf. He's a really close friend of mine. And I've been mentoring him for a long time. He is also very psychic, and eventually we will get together, and he's going to feed me questions so I can do shows where I'm just channeling on the political realm, because I haven't done political shows in a long time, but I really do enjoy politics. And I always like sort of like Violetta, those of you that follow Violetta, when she first came out, her son used to give her all the questions, because it's easier to read when somebody's giving you questions that aren't preconceived, because I tend to be an open channel. And when I channel like that, if I don't know the questions ahead of time, I don't have an answer ahead of time. So it's easier for me to get a clean channel that way. And then he can mix the questions up and help me design the questions. So it's not something I preconceived. Oh, hi, Earl. Are you new to my channel? Oh, I'm not sure, because I'm getting 2 to 4 people every week new in my channel, which is really cool. And I'm trying to rebuild my channel after being out for a year. And I've been online for 4 years now. I think it's 4 years. And then I read for 3 years with other readers without having my own channel. And they kept on telling me, start your channel. And I finally did. But I used to always do collabs with all the different readers in the community for about 3 years before I opened my own channel. And had a lot of fun doing that, but I love working with people. And so, yeah, that's where I'm at. And when I went off for a year, when you're not publishing things for a year, YouTube cleans up the inactive accounts, and they dumped about 50% of my viewers. I was up near 700 or so, and I'm down to I think I'm getting close to the 300 now, pretty close. So it's pretty cool. But anyways, Snow Wolf will respond to people in the chat. And if don't think he's being rude. He's in and out of the chat. He's monitoring me, and periodically he'll text me and say, hey, did you forget to read for so-and-so? Which you won't see, because he's like sending me messages through Messenger. And they pop up. He's my behind the scene eyes and ears. And I do appreciate that. So, and I will refer to him as well. He's a sweetheart though. And if he tells you, please don't continue asking me the questions, because that's because he'll have seen it, and asking again and again is going to make me notice it, because when I read, I channel, and all the language skills disappear, and it looks like some kind of foreign hieroglyph. The writing does. I can't explain it, why it comes out like that. Hey, JR, add you to the list. I don't know if you're on the list. I'll make sure I don't have anybody hit twice. Anyways, so, and if I don't normally just take specific questions, but rule of thumb is, when you post a question out there, or you've said in your head, oh, I wish you would read about this, Spirit hears you, and my guides hear you. And if you're meant to have a reading on that topic, then most likely will show up in the cards when I throw. Even when I say, well, I'm not taking questions, let's see what shows up, usually it gets addressed. So anyways, that's why I don't take specific questions, because I'm switching back and forth, and it takes a lot of energy to move from a channel mode into a reading the text mode to getting back into the channel when I'm reading. It causes a real energy pull on me personally, and it drains me really fast going in and out, where I'm usually just reaching it. Hey, Teresa, hugs to you too. I'll add you to the list. So nice that you're jumping in all the time now. That means my notifications are getting that, because I know you follow a lot of readers, a lot of readers. I do appreciate that. Anyways, I'm running on real time in delayed time, because I'm running only on StreamYard right now, and I am not running a YouTube chat that's running real time, so I'm getting a little bit of anywhere a half a minute delay or so as the chat moves. Plus, I'm going to move to my starred room. And let's get this going. I normally start out with a reading for the group, but I'm just going to start straight into readings today. And where is my deck? What cards do we want? Let's use this today. Spirit picks a deck. This is the Arcadia deck. It's one of my oldies but goodies. I mean, this deck shuffles easy for me because they're so. I've got like 3 of these decks. I've actually worn out 2 of these decks, and when I bought them, I bought like 3 of them because I go through this deck, because they're just the inexpensive short, small version of the bigger deck. And they shuffle so easy, and I've got so much arthritis in my hands because I'm old. So anyways, first person on the list, we're going to start with timezone. I randomly starred people when the chat came up, so I'm not running the same order all the time, because I have 2 or 3 people that are always the first to come in the room, because they get really early. And so I just like to mix up a little bit. So I randomly, when the room first opened. So right now on the list, I'm going to read the list out so everybody knows where you are on the list. I'm going to go straight down the list from the way it's in the system. I've got timezone first, who are we going to read for first, and then Kimby, and then for some reason I marked timezone twice. Then Cheryl, Snow Wolf, Unicorn and Rainbows, Earl, and Tammy Bambi, who is now just listed as Tammy. Okay, and then Teresa, and that's who's in the room right now. The list is going to close in about a minute, so those of you who are on the list now will get a 5-card reading, except for Unicorn, which I'm going to do a full reading on today, because I can't remember if I gave him his full reading or not when he joined the room. But I will go ahead and do another one if I did. Oh well, I don't remember, because like I said, I channel when I read, and I don't remember my readings. Actually, I watched last week's show though, which is very rare, because I don't like watching myself on TV. It's like watching my mother, because I make the same expressions my mom did when I read, and it's weird watching myself. Really weird watching myself. But anyways, so we'll go from here. anybody that comes to the room late, I will do like a 3 card reading, just a real quick and fast and dirty, as boys call them. We do 3 card readings, so real quick readings. But I'll do a 5 card reading with supporting cards for everybody that's on the list right now. So Trend Zone, we're starting with you. And if I remember after watching the thing, you had great cards last week. Still got money coming to you. You always get such great cards. Okay, we're going into the beginning of the reading is with a little bit of conflict. This is that inner conflict that, that insider fighting, so to speak. It's not a real battle. It's just you're doing under a lot of contemplation right now with things going on, opportunities coming towards you. Nothing's new. You're always contemplating every action, every step you're making. You know this, I know this, everybody that reads for you knows this. You've got a great head on your shoulders. You get the Queen of Swords. You stand in your truth. You always take action. You know where you're going. You have that knowledge in business that leads you and lets you take charge of things. And what it does bring you is because you are so in touch with your higher selves, your guides, and your business, that it always brings you prosperity. You've got that Midas touch. As I've said before to you, and I think other people have said that you definitely have that Midas touch as you're moving forward through life with that 9 of Pentacles. And also you have that strength, that knowledge, that creativity with the Queen of Wands that is showing up. You're surrounded, your money is surrounded by your power. Your sword, your Queen of Swords, your Queen of Wands. This is your knowledge, your power, your truth, your education, your creativity. This is what makes you up as a person, as a business person, that makes you so successful, is you know what you're doing. You have that knowledge, you have that truth, you have that instinct, and you take action. You don't sit on things and ponder, should I, could I, would I. You have that experience, that creativity that allows you to just move forward and make good decisions. And you're always guided. You've got that angel on your shoulder whispering in your ear, and you're listening. This allows you the world. So, grab that world by the tail and keep on riding the ride. Don't worry about that inner conflict. That's just you're contemplating your next move. You're analyzing, you're taking through that contemplation isn't an inner struggle so much as an analytical exercise that you do on a regular basis. So I don't see this as a conflict roadblock. I see this as analytical you, that creativity, that the churning of your next move. Right behind you in the strength underlying card of the deck is that Ace of Wands. That's your action card. That's you taking the strength, the action, the creativity. This is what's leading your charge this week. And God, this is an indicator of your Midas touch right here, followed by the Ace of Pentacles. I mean, hello. There's that Midas touch again, of course. That Ace of Pentacles is telling you whatever you touch is going to turn to gold. It's also leading you to great health while you're doing it. But this is your creativity, your take charge, your take action, and where it's driving you to. So, crazy cards, Trend Zone. Gerald, I want your cards. If I could throw these for myself, I would be happy, happy, happy. So, blessings to you. And I hope that resonates. I can't wait to see what Brenda reads for you. I hope you're in the room tomorrow over at Brenda's Tarot. Brenda and Anna, I can't wait to see what they're drawing on you this week, because I do follow their channel too. And I also read in the background, but I will be on Sunday too, doing oracles right after their show as usual. But blessing to you, Trend Zone. And next up is, where is, okay, Cheryl. Oh, I will check my email. I haven't checked it in the last 24 hours. I wasn't feeling good. I think it was a Thursday or Friday. On Friday, I know I I got really exhausted in the afternoon. I laid down and took a nap and woke up about 7 in the evening, so I hadn't been online at all. I'll leave my deck upside down here. You got some major arcana coming in your cards, surrounded by wands. Okay, your wands are your action cards. First of all, you're coming into this reading, you're feeling rather burdensome, Cheryl. You're carrying some burdens with you, carrying that heavy load. You're just trying to find a way to pick up that bundle and move it. Don't worry, you're going to get this. The angels, the guides are saying you need to take temperance. This is my card. My card is the temperance card. I see this card all the time. My guides show this card to me in my head all the time. They're always telling me temperance, temperance, temperance. Temperance is patience. You're trying to find that balance. Don't rush into things. Don't worry about it. Allow things to happen in a more even flow. Be patient and also take care of your health and rejuvenation, because you can't help others until you take care of yourself, which is always a message I'm getting is that temperance. Be patient with yourself. Don't always try to get everything done as fast as you can. Right in the center of the reading is that inner conflict card, that 5 of Wands, that internal fighting, or basically in your case, again, that analysis. You're taking heed on what's been going on in your life. You're trying to sort out things, finding a new way to do things. You're using creativity in this inner conflict, this analyticalness that you're using to make decision on what you need to do next so you can move forward. But you are taking a mental stride in action doing this. Don't get so caught up in the what ifs, the what coulds. Is try to look for a way that things you've done in your past that don't no longer work, that you're walking away from. You're looking at the new creativity of creating a new beginning and learning from mistakes you've made in the past. So focus your energy on what you've learned from your past and move forward. So because you're going to find a lot of solution in that, and it's going to allow you to move forward and taking. Remember that I get the Hierophant. This is more major arcana. You got temperance and the Hierophant. The Hierophant, or this is not the Hierophant. This is the Hermit. The Hermit is my guide card. It's just telling me that your guides are lighting your path. They're showing the direction in which you need to go. And, it's coming out of the cave and looking for that path and moving forward. With this contemplation, the creativity, and looking at what you've gone through in the past, you've learned those lessons. That's going to allow you to move forward. You're being guided in that energy. Your guides are showing you what you've got, what you need to do to move forward in that. And what you are going to do is you're going to rise up. You're going to take action. You're going to rise up above the battles that were coming before, the burdens and the contemplation before. You're going to rise above that energy, and it's going to allow you to grow. You're going to use your creativity to do it. You're going to use your knowledge, your intuition, and your guides are going to help you along the way. So you will achieve this. It is coming. It is not going to be just a instant. You're going to work for it. But it is action and work that is going to be worth it. It will pay off because you're going to charge forward with that Knight of Cups. You're going to use your emotion, your creativity, your intuition. And this is a steady night. It's going to help bring you that abundance that you're looking for. You also have the Knight of Wands, which is that take charge night. This is your taking action that's going to pay forward. This is one of the fastest moving nights in the thing. This is that action you're moving forward with. And what is it going to bring you? Love it. The sun. The sun's going to, the stars. The stars are going to shine down on you, and your wishes are going to come true. You're going to find that balance and that positive thing. You got a lot of major arcana moving in here. You've got you've got that Michael energy. That temperance card is always reminds me of Michael. Is that temperance angel that's telling you to be patient, be calm, work through it. You've got your guides around you, leading your way, your path, and the stars bringing you to fruition. So trust in the energy. It's very creative energy. It's very analytical energy that you're moving through at this time, but it is going to work out in your favor. So trust in whatever burdens that you're working through right now, whatever it is that's going on in life that you're working through, you will find a very good solution and you'll get through that energy. So blessings to you, and I hope that resonates. I'm trying not to mix my deck up. Somehow I get them flipped around periodically. I don't read reversals because I'm channeling the energy, and if it's supposed to read in reverse, it comes out that way. I don't read the cards traditionally. I read through channeling and imagery that comes out in the cards. And so sometimes I refer to literally the right away version of how the cards read. Sometimes they will come out in the obscurity of the art in the background, whatever symbolism and messaging that wants to come forward. And actually, I have a team of 7 angels that are constantly, I hear them in my right ear, constantly chattering. They can be sarcastic, which can come out as sarcasm. I personally try not to be sarcastic because my sarcasm can be rather stingy sometimes because I'm Irish and I was raised around a lot of sarcasm. So I tend not to publicly try to be humorous because I don't want to hurt people's feelings in the sarcasm. Sarcasm in my family could be anything from being funny or being cutting like a knife. And I don't want the cutting side to come out. So I just try not to be a comedian online so it doesn't come out hurtful. And my sarcasm come out pretty funny sometimes because I like to play against on words. Next up is Kim. Yeah, I will be on tomorrow at 2 or 2:30. I haven't set it up yet, but I usually try to set up at 2:30 because that gives a gap between if Brendan and Ann's show runs a little late or not. And of course, I always encourage anybody that if her list got so long she couldn't read everybody, come on over and I will throw you right on my list. So, and Brenda, of course, is a really, really close friend of mine. So I love reading with her. And also in the chat, I think he's lingering is Dean from Secrets of the Red Moon, which I've worked with for a number of years. We were on just last week together. We've been sort of going our own directions. He's been really busy with school and all that. So, as a teacher, not a student, but yeah. So. Those of you that do run YouTube channels, if you use StreamYard, you might want to check your emails. The rates have changed big time. They've almost doubled from our old contracts. So just to let people know, if you do run YouTube channels and you're streaming through StreamYard, they did a rate change effective. They put notices out in August, and the rate change went into effect this month. So, and it's about double what it was. So, just sort of those of you out there, heads up. I was wondering why my rates jumped so much, and actually, right when they got right back to me, I'm amazingly customer service because it was all by text message, and I got a message less than 5 minutes back, and actually didn't see the notification that went out, but they were really helpful, and at least I got an explanation. They were really nice about it, but honestly, I think they're shooting themselves in the foot because there are multiple streaming services. Just StreamYard's one that a lot of us readers, a lot of us YouTubers use because it's so user friendly. That 45 marker, the people coming into the room. I'm going to go into before I read this for Kim, I'm going to go through the chat because the room has grown quite a bit and make sure I get everybody on the list that's in the room. See if I've missed anybody. There's one I missed. Welcome to the room, RB. I've added you to the list also. You'll be coming after Greeter. Greeter, and let's see. I don't have Dean on the list. He's been in the room for a while, but okay. Looks like the number of people in the room versus my list is different. This gives me a count of how many people in the room. Okay, well, if you're lurking in the background and you want the room, you better jump in the next 5 minutes. If you want to be added to the list, I will go ahead and add you, but the list will be closed after that because I'm trying to keep under an hour and we're 30 minutes in. So for Kim, love these cards. And I'm seeing stars because Pentacles all have stars on my card too. Okay, we're coming into the reading with that Ace of Pentacles. That is telling you that you have the money to produce your finances, strength, and yes, that is very positive. It is followed by the Seven of Pentacles. As you're working through this week, any seed you plant, you will reap from. So plant those seeds to increase your financial opportunities coming toward you because you will be successful. Right in the center of the reading, after that is the stars. So put that out there in the fruition and your wishes will come through. So plant those seeds. The stars are going to help you water that crop and it's going to bring abundance to you. As you're moving through this week, you're moving in partnership with the Lovers card. So this could be, I believe you're single. This could be partnerships in work. This could be partnerships in your partner, your spouse, whatever the situation is. But you're working within the partnership of others as you're moving and it's bringing you to that financial security. You will be doing a lot of analyzing with that inner conflict, working through an issue as you're achieving your goals and planting your seeds, which is going to allow you to move forward. For some reason today, instead of a contemplation card in inner fighting, this is contemplation and analytical. It seems to be coming up as an analytical card. You're using that inner, what I've learned from my past and how I move that information to move me forward in the future. Taking action is an analytical basis of how you're moving through energy. Keeps on reading that way today. So I like that because I'm extremely analytical. I'm a big picture person. I like to look at things forwards and backwards and cause and effect. Well, if I take this action, how is it going to affect the next 3 steps ahead, not just the outcome of the moment, and then it will cause this, because anything we do in life, it causes a ripple effect. You don't drop a stone in a puddle of water and get one ripple. It ripples again and again and repeats, and it grows as it expands. So when I'm looking at things and contemplating things, I'm looking at the bigger picture. If I take this action, the immediate effect is this, but how will it affect other things in my life as it grows? That's always a really wonderful way to look at things because you're not taken aback when change starts happening. We don't always have to change at the same rate. I like a lot of change in life. I like to stir up my pot regularly. I'm a weirdo. Most people don't like change. They don't adapt well to change. So when you're making movements and changes in your life that are major, planting new seeds and causing new growth for yourself, you get a ripple effect. So think of that 5 of Wands is that cause and effect. As you're analyzing it and you're moving that creative energy, Wands are creativity, it's intuition, it's knowledge, it's putting all that energy together and taking action. This is that Five of Wands is saying, I'm the analytical side. This can be inner conflict, but this can also be analytical growth. And today it's reading very analytical growth for everybody. So take it for what it is. You have that Queen of Wands. Oh, no. This isn't the Queen of Wands. My cards aren't marked as what cards they are. This is a major arcana cards. This is the Empress. The Empress is your connection with your higher self, your higher powers. That's your connection with spirit, your higher spirit, that inner spirit that's giving you information. That's thinking outside of your own box. This isn't surface level thinking. This is that analytical thinking, that creative thinking that comes from your higher consciousness. This is what comes to you in dreams when you're trying to work through something and you dream about it and the idea comes in your sleep and you wake up with a solution to a problem. This is being in touch with your higher self, your higher consciousness, which is also connecting with your spirit. With spirit that's feeding you information, so it's a connection. Be forewarned, though, there will be somebody that's coming in your atmosphere that may be suppressive or trying to tell you what to do or how to go about doing something. Trust in your own intuition. Don't let people suppress your abilities or make decisions for you. This is something you're going to have to move through this period of time on your own esteem. Trust in the decisions you're making for yourself. Don't let people talk you into doing something that doesn't feel right for you. That's the analytical side that you're looking at. That's why you're doing all that contemplation, is so that you can take charge, listening to your higher self and your higher guidance, not somebody else is trying to persuade you otherwise, because that will cause you conflict. But you are working with others in the process. You can take into consideration all the opinions on the table, but go with your instinct and your higher self as you're making decisions through this period of time. It's going to best serve you. Like I said, as you plant your seeds, the stars will shine on it and your wishes will come true. So blessings to you, and I hope that is helpful. Love to be the fly on the table to see the interesting things that are going on behind the scenes in people's life. I love that kind of stuff. But I don't have the time to put that kind of energy into trying to attract people down. Let the cards speak for themselves. So, and so we'll do our private. Next up is Unicorn and Rainbows. And I'm going to do a full read for you. Let me shuffle my cards really good. I think it's weird when I shuffle and then the same cards keep showing up for people. And well, we've had that Five of Wands keep showing up, and I'm getting analyzations out of it today for some reason, which is always funny that comes up as a constant message on the day. But I like it. I have never read that card that way before. That's really, rather than infighting, it's really a great way to read that card. I like it reading that way. I think I get that aspect of looking at that bigger picture view because I study, rather than psychology, I study sociology in numerous different disciplines of sociology. And I've always loved that about Lena Rodriguez, is looking at the cause and effect by the social group versus of how things happen versus the individual cause and effect. It gives a bigger picture impact of how trends and changes within society affects the world. And I like that perspective, versus an individual. What happens to you as an individual affects your little world. How does it affect the whole world? And so I like looking at things from that bigger perspective. And I worked in an industry, of course, that everything I did, I was affecting families. So I always like to looking at the whole impact, not, oh, I'm just getting, because I worked in child support. It's not, oh, I'm just getting money to the child, but the father paying still has to have enough money to live on, and it has to be a balance to help support that child and support that family that's no longer a complete unit without causing hardship on everybody. Getting that balance of finiting, which is not an easy thing to do in that job because, there's a conflict that happens with them, and you got to try to not get personal with each individual's cost, but they're trying to find that equal balance so that you're serving all people involved versus taking sides, which I don't like taking sides in the middle of those kind of arguments, but I will be the person to raise my hand and say, hey, we're grown-ups at the table. We're not going to batter each other. We're going to work together, and that's always been my goal, is to work with all parties, not to pick a side. So I'm a big picture person. Oh, we're doing a full read before I start throwing cards and during the wrong read. Okay. Okay, I like these cards. So coming into the reading, we are coming in with the Emperor. This is your connection with spirit, the divine, your belief system, your strength in your household, in your family, in your structure. This is that whole gamut of how your world functions. This is the power structure of your universe. Is that Emperor? He's the almighty. He's above the king. He's the one that rules the kingdom. The kingdom meaning, in your case, your family structure, the whole big picture of family. It brings peace. It brings the connection with the divine. It brings how you financially are going to move through this energy and the direction in which you're looking at the family as a whole. In the center of the reading, we get the Seven of Swords. That Seven of Swords is you stepping up in your strength and your truth, taking control of the situation. Sometimes people say, this is the thief in the night. He gathers all the swords and he dodging out of camp. This is with all the weapons, so they can't be used against him. Well, in a way, you're gathering up your swords. This is your truth in your industry. Yes, it is a way to protect your kingdom, taking the weapons that could be used against you and gathering them up so that you are holding the strength and the truth in your hands, and that's a wonderful way to look at it. Is you're disarming those around you, so it allows you to take control of your own camp. You have that is crossed by the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a slow moving knight in the deck, but he's a steady moving knight, and he's bringing finance and good health to your family and your situation. It's slow and steady as he goes. He is not on taking charge quickly and fastly, but it will come in on a steady basis. So that's financial security that will be coming towards you as it trickles in, as you need it. So that's good energy. Above you, you take charge as the King of Wands. This King of Wands is a king that is very nurturing, very knowledgeable, educated, using that education and that creativity that you've learned through your education and experience to be the leader of your family and to provide. It allows you success and strength, and you're an action-taking king. You don't just contemplate what you want to do, but you do take action, and you use creativity and your strength and your fire energy to do that. So you're doing it with a lot a fire and gusto behind you. Knowledge is energy, and you're going to be able to charge forward and take control of things in your environment, which is a wonderful energy to have leading you in. You are not afraid to work in partnerships, and you will work in partnerships and collaboration with others with this Three of Pentacles. This card is a representation of a collaboration with other people to come for the greater good. It brings profit and prosperity towards you too, as it is a pentacle, which brings that towards you. Here is our Queen of Swords. This is the queen that stands in truth. This is part of the structure of your household. You will stand in truth. You'll stand in your strength. You will fight for what is important to you, and you use that as a protection for your family and taking care of your household. This is a nurturing thing that you don't take bullshit from people. You're not going to let people tell you what to do, because you're going to stand in truth of what's right for you and yours. And you will use that energy to stand in your righteousness and rule your house and your kingdom and your family in such a way. It's a no bar told. But what this brings you in this route, and just like that Knight of Wands is crossing you, that's telling you slow and steady as we go. This brings you prosperity and happiness with the Ten of Pentacles. That brings happy family, happy reunions, ability to provide on the long-term basis. This is self-investment into your family. It's how you're moving into this. And this is a wonderful card to have. Don't overthink things at times, because you can cause your own barriers in this with this Eight of Wands. This is a false barrier. This is causing your own roadblocks, overthinking things, overanalyzing things. And you can get yourself bound up when you're overworking your ideas and your thoughts as you're moving forward. These are false barriers, though. These barriers you put up yourself. As a lady in the thing, the rope's wrapped around her, but there's a loose knot. It's only, folded over once. Just to do is shake and release let the ropes drop down to the ground, pull off her own blindfold and move forward. It's a false barrier. So don't get caught up in the little things that cause your own roadblocks. Don't overthink things. Don't think when things are going good and you're getting prosperity, you're waiting for the sky to fall. Don't play chicken little with yourself. Don't believe in Murphy Law. When things are getting good, no, they're not going to come falling down around you, because you get the victory card behind that. So as you let those contemplations go, and you don't soak yourself into those false barriers, you come out the winner in it. This is that energy of moving forward in that victory of all your hard work is paying off, and you're taking charge in this. And it's a beautiful card to have as you're moving forward in that victory card. It is followed by partnership, sound marriage with that Two of Cups. This is working with others, but this is working within your marriage or your partner, or with your partner or your loved one, whoever, whatever your family construct is working within partnerships. It's an emotional thing. It's something you're achieving. It's also helping achieve abundance with others. And you do believe in working as a unit with your partner. This could be business partners, this could be a relationship with a spouse or your love partner. I love this. It also is telling me that you're very charitable with the Six of Cups. So as you reap, you will sow, but you're also charitable in this process. People give you tips and leads, things that are happening and coming towards you that is part of that collaboration process, and your ability to take that information and move it forward, and then also to share that information in abundance from that information back. It's that give and take of charity. Charity can be something you give and comes back at you tenfold, and is also be something you can receive, which you give back in tenfold. So always work with being a very charitable person, either by taking charity or giving charity. It's a wonderful way to conduct your life. And what does it bring you? It brings you that Ten of Cups. You've got the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. This is abundance. This is a lot of abundance. It's financial abundance. It's happy abundance. Think of this as the cups is almost like the trophies you win along the way of abundance. Cups are water energy, and a lot of times it's symbolized with fish in the cups, which is a biblical sign of abundance. Is having enough fish is enough to feed yourself. And of course, Jesus took one fish and fed thousands with it. So, it's sort of got the historical background, and I'm not good with Bible stuff, but it is that kind of abundance. If you could feed one, you could feed many. So this is the trophies of your hard work, the abundance that you'll bring your family, and be able to take care of your kingdom as you're coming into this reading, of course, as the emperor. So I love these cards. They're beautiful cards. I'm getting really interested in readings. I may have to come back and rewatch this as tomorrow or the next day, which I don't do often. Sometimes it's fun to relook at them because I don't remember readings after I do them. But love this spread. It's a lot of strength, a lot of energy. You're a very strong person. Trust in your abilities to fulfill this, and a lot of good things coming towards you. So hard work is going to definitely pay off for you. So I hope that resonates and is helpful. That was a fun reading. Okay. The next person up is Earl. And we're hitting the 50-minute mark. I'm trying to keep my program down to an hour. I think I'm gonna actually be able to do it. I want to double check the room really quick, see if anybody has snuck in on the back end, because I don't like leaving people behind if possible. And my husband said, I said, I'm going to try to keep it down to under 2 hours. He says, yeah, right. Isn't it funny? My husband and I went out to dinner last night with our group of friends. I got caught up on a lot of bills and stuff and ahead on some. Made a couple of mistakes when I paid things off and ran myself short. But as I told my best friend, everything's paid. I may not have any extra spending money, but everything's paid. So we're just not eating out. I'm cooking at home, which I do anyways. We only eat out once a week. And it's usually on Friday night with our friends. And we get together, we eat dinner, and then we go out dancing, which has become sort of a tradition. But we've all been in the same boat this last month. We all have been just really short on money. Everything got paid, but nobody had any extra money. So we've all been extremely frugal this last month. And we haven't been going out to lunch. My best friend and I go out to lunch on Mondays, which we skipped all month. Plus, we didn't go out to our normal Friday night dinners. We met dancing, and that's it. But we missed having dinner, and so when I was coordinating things and looking at who was playing, I threw the schedule out to everybody, and I said, we're going to Casa Friday night. Whoever's joining us, we all get paid at the same time because we're all in retirement age. So we all get our checks at the same time of the month, right at the end of the month. And so it was like, oh, everybody was on. Everybody showed up early. We ended up spending 2.5 hours. We only actually made it the last 30 minutes of watching the band before they shut down for the night at 9 o'clock, mind you, because that's when they stopped playing. And but we had so much fun, and we just hadn't been out together as a group other than dancing. And you don't do a lot of chit-chatting when you're out dancing, as you do as socializing at dinner. So it was really, really nice and really fun last night. Just really relaxing. We were just really kicked back. Had a lot of fun. But now we're just meeting for dancing tonight. We thought we'd go early, get a table, and actually splurge on a pizza, because it is the Marriott, and the menu's expensive, but the pizzas are pretty reasonably priced. And they look really good, because we watched a lot of people order pizza because feed several rather than just one or two. So okay, and we are reading for Tammy. I knew that when I clicked on it. I just reading the energy because I thought I threw the cards without acknowledging who I was reading for. Her spirit knows, but I'm like, yeah, these are Tammy's cards, all right. That was supposed to be read too. Okay. And into the energy of this reading as the Ace of Wands. This Ace is giving you that strength to stand in your own power, your own strength, your energy. That's standing up for yourself. That's saying to people, I'm not living in my past. I'm living in my future. Look at what I've done. I'm accomplished. I'm proud of myself. Now you're not going to bring me down. And yet you've grabbed onto that strength now and you're holding it. And it's beautiful. You're tired of carrying burdens. You're not going to carry those burdens anymore. You're setting those sticks down. It's allowing you to move forward because you're moving into a new cycle. Because right in the energy of the reading, I get the fool. But this is not saying you're a fool. This is saying you're taking the leap of faith. You're taking that leap. You know that you're going to move forward. Hi, honey. Did you ask them about the doctor calling a prescription for you?
Yes, I did.
And did they?
No, nothing.
Okay. We'll call them Monday.
And
I'm
the
online.
doors, none of them lock unless you lock it from the inside.
Including the driver's door?
Yep, right. More than that. So it must be something when it goes through the car wash. Must be sticking the buttons.
Or moisture's gotten in the door panel.
Huh?
And moisture's gotten into, I don't know. We'll talk about it later.
What I'm saying, both the front end, back, there's nothing on the driver's door.
Okay, well, that's good to know. They're shorting the electrical system on the door panels. Nice.
Mm-hmm. What the you may doing? What you may doing?
He's playing with the cat.
Doing?
Hey, I'm live. You're on my mic.
Going outside.
Thank you. Don't you love the accent? For some reason, he's from Michigan, the upper UP of Michigan, and he has an accent. Periodically, it comes out. He usually covers it up, but it's been thicker than normal. It gets really bad. I can't even understand what he's saying because it sounds like foreign language to me. But okay. Your center of the reading was the full card. You're taking that leap of faith, Tammy. Sorry for the interruption of my husband. Next, you get that page of wands. This is that page is giving you the message as you're moving forward into this new journey and taking that leap of faith. Use that creativity, the knowledge that you've learned along the way, and you're building into a new energy. But it's really good energy now, and it's positive. You're taking a lot of action as you move forward with your creativity and everything you've learned along the way. This is your intuition. You're trusting in yourself, having faith in yourself on this journey that you're taking, this new journey that you're leaping forward in, because you have a great foundation. You've worked through the things in your life that has given you this good foundation to move forward. This is you taking action. You're just building on what you have made it through and learned in life, and you're going to continue building this. These cards are beautiful because you're moving into the energy of that Queen of Wands. It's that queen that takes that fire energy, that strength, that knowledge, that power, that creativity, and you're rolling it all up. It's allowing you to conduct your life and how you want to live your life and your relationship with family, and you're taking that fire energy and being able to move forward and define what it is you want, and you're being creative about it. You're finding ways to communicate with your family. You're using that knowledge you've gained over the years to be able to build better relationships with everybody around you, both at home and with family and at work as you're achieving your goals. The Page of Cups is giving you that information of just abundance is coming your way, that you can take all this emotional energy that used to burden you and just move forward in a positive way. Go with that flow. Take that knowledge, that intuition that's natural with that water energy, and just go with the flow and move forward because you are on a good path. This is allowing you to have that energy of that King of Swords. You're not taking up from anybody. You have learned to be strong and stand up for yourself and what you believe in and what is your truth, to be able to rule your own life and your own your own family or your own household and structure and stand in that truth energy that you have. This is a very positive reading. I love these cards. You're constantly looking for your ships to come in, dear. Your ships are coming in. They're just coming ashore as you go. Those are rough waters that you've been through, but that ship is going to come forward. This is that moving energy, that fire energy. Things are coming to fruition, and what is coming to fruition is abundance. You're achieving abundance for yourself. Um, and it's making you happy. It's stabilizing your life. It's allowing you to do what you're wanting to achieve in life as your dreams come to fruition. So just follow that beautiful energy to flow. You got a lot of water, a lot of fire, and a lot of truth in your cards coming up. I love all these wands. A lot of wands here. You got the Queen of Wands. You've got the Three of Wands. You've got the Four of Wands. You have got the Page of Wands, and of course the 10 of Wands, the burdens in which you have left behind. And you're taking this new journey in truth and strength with that Ace of Swords and that King of Swords being your energy. So I love these cards. And blessings to you, Tammy. I know you've been through a lot. I did try to give you a call the other day and I didn't reach you. I did send you a message. So feel free to call me back anytime. You have my number. So and I was just wanting to touch base and see things how are going and how your mother was doing. So I know you had some family stress going through with illness in your family. So my prayers are out to you. Next on my list is Teresa Hugger Greeter TK, which TK is for Teresa. And she is the moderator of all moderators online. She moderates for many of the different readers throughout the community. Thank you and blessings to you for all your hard work and support to all the readers of the community. Teresa. So kind of energy is coming towards you this week. Teresa also reads Lenormand, probably tarot too. I don't think you do any public readings. Do you? I know she gives feedback with Tobecca and stuff like that on her chat slot. She's very skilled, though. I know we were both studying Lenormand about the same time. Several years ago now. And those of you that aren't familiar with Lenormand decks and the Lenormand cards, House of Lenormand, ran by Becca. She's from here in California. She is an absolutely phenomenal reader, and she does what they call a grand tableau. That's where you use the whole Lenormand deck, and you lay out all 32 cards, and you can read the entire mapping of a 6-month period of time for somebody as you're reading. And she has done grand tableaus on, the latest one was Harris, on Trump, all the different political readings, and they are really amazingly accurate. And if you haven't watched her, go into her channel, check her out, go into her lives and look for her GTs. She'll call them GTs. She doesn't always title who they're for. Sometimes she does, but they're absolutely phenomenal readings and tons of information. She's amazing to watch. She will explain how the readings work as she goes through. Absolutely phenomenal reading. She also reads with Tarot Apprentice and Jinlin Tarot, and her do a weekly show on Sundays, I believe. I know I always catch them on the replay, but they're really fun to run. And they talk about, they call themselves Petty Boots, But the readings are fun and really interesting. So I would highly recommend checking her out. Okay. And Teresa. Well, you're coming into this reading with the Emperor. Using your divine energy, your connection with your relationship with God, one source, with the divine, moving into the energy of your reading. And I know you're very spiritually connected. as you move in this, you have moved the Seven of Wands. You've gathered up all those weapons from those around you, so they can't weaponize it against you. You're taking that power and that strength to run your own family and protect your family. And you're doing a great job doing that because it's giving you a lot of power moving forward. Right in the center of the reading, we've got that long, steady Knight of Pentacles telling you that financially things are coming in steady as we go. Trust in the process, and it is moving very positively towards you. It is bringing you, it's allowing you to look at life in perspective with that Eight of Cups, allowing you to walk away from things that aren't serving you, but you're moving into the light when you're walking into this. And I love that he has a sword, that he is actually has a fish attached to it in this card. That's telling me that you're walking away that's not serving you, but you have abundance while you're doing so. I love that. You are the Queen of Cups at this time. You're using that energy of the Queen of Cups. That's your connection with your intuition, your soul, the fluidity of life, bringing abundance towards it. This is a nurturing queen that allows her to be the queen, the most nurturing queen of the kingdom, with that water energy and abundance and loving energy that you bring to the table for you and your family. You have a great foundation with that Four of Wands. You've used your strength tower to build a strong household, a strong foundation within your family, and you work in that energy and you move in that energy, which is beautiful. It's because you've always been guided. Your guides have always lit your path as you go through, and you listen to the guidance that you're getting from spirit as they light your path as you're moving through this journey of life, because you are on your life's path, because I get the wheel of fortune for you, which is telling me you're in that upward movement. You're working through your life's path as it's supposed to be, and it's being very successful for you. So I love these cards for you. You always get great readings, and just keep up with the slow and steady night moving forward, bringing abundance to you and your family, and the strength that you need as you move through it. Blessings to you. I hope that resonates, and I love the cards. Love the cards. Love the energy around you, Teresa. You're such a beautiful person, and you read with such wonderful energy. Put the cards in here so I'm not getting the repeats. Okay. Oh, just wanted to be seen one more time as it fell out of the deck. You're on path, Teresa. Trust that energy. And next up is Marby. And the last person on the list after Marby is Dean, who I believe is listening in the background. And let me just clearing my list up here. Double check my chat room. Oh, you stayed through too, Teresa. You don't always. I know you're always following several readers and jumping in and out. I'm glad you get the reading though. I do go back after the readings and read the chat. I leave them up, and then when I come home, I'll sit down and read through them. I'm not really good about going into my YouTube channel and responding to people and stuff. I really need to get better about that, because I've not been focusing on my steps, my stats, and rebuilding my channel. My guys to say, you reach who you need to reach, and your room will build itself. And I don't know, do I really want 50? I don't want to be Linda G. Do I want 50,000 people coming in my chat moving so fast that I can't read for the whole group that comes in? I sort of like that a little more personal. I do like the new people coming in on a slow, steady pace as it builds, because it allows me to get to know people and allows me to read for everybody in the room. And when you start getting 500-600 people in the room and you're doing live readings, there's no way that one reader, or even when you're collaborating with multiple readers, there's no way in 2-hour time to get 500 people read for. So it's going to be hit and miss, and we start pulling, trying to give it and rotate people through. It gets really complex, and I've read with rooms moving that fast. It's also very difficult to keep up with what's going on in the chat, which I am actually, it's difficult for me to do because I'm in and out of things. So, and it's a lot of energy to pull out of channeling into reading and then back. So I honestly, it, one of the reasons why I do like the collab is when we're two or three readers, then we can read the chat while the other person's reading it because you're not pulling the energy instant back and forth. Get a little bit of lapse time where you just naturally flow out of it and you can see the chat again and tell people what other give them feedback as they're reading. So that's why I don't always catch things in the chat as it goes, though. We do our best. So we are reading for Marby. And then Dean. Oh, I love that first card out. The sun is shining on you as you come into this reading. Oh. Well, this is a power reading. If I've ever seen one, you got 4 major arcanas right in a row, which means that if those of you that aren't familiar with the deck of the cards, we have major arcana and the minor arcana. Major arcana are the first 12 or 13 cards in the deck. They're the ones that the strength and the power that reads the deck. And the minor arcanas are the supporting cards. It's like looking at a deck of cards, the clubs, the spades, the hearts, the diamonds, meaning those are our swords, our wands, our the swords being truth, wands being an action card, that fire energy, the pentacles being finance, money, health, and then the emotional cards, the water signs. The water cards are the cups, and then the major arcanas are the supporting cards, basically the crown cards, the crown jewels of the reading. That are emphasis on the higher levels of the cards and what's wanting to be heard and noticed and spoke out. So they're the power cards. Okay, 5 in a reading. Okay. Right off the bat, you get the sun's shining on you. This is the best card in the deck. This is illuminating everything in life. Wonderful power, strength. It is coming very forward for you right now, Marby. It's a very positive card. It's like that golden touch that's bringing you forward with the strength. It's followed by yet another major arcana card. This is the high priestess card. This is the pregnancy of new possibilities. This is that creative energy you have in your strength and your connection with spirit to make things happen. Your connection with Gaia, connection with family, creativity, giving birth to new ideas, new possibilities. And that's a beautiful energy to have as you're moving forward in this period of time. You've got a lot of strength behind you right now. Trust in the decisions you're making, the energy you're putting out forth. As you dream it, you create it, and you hit right in the center of the reading. You get the stars. You're connected with the stars, with your spirits, your creativity, your ability to wish and put out to the universe what you're wanting to manifest and happen and move forward in a very positive light, with the sun shining on you every step of the way. And that creativity you use as you're connected with Gaia and you're creating your destiny, and it's out there. You're connected with the stars as you're doing this. You also have the strength to carry out and achieve all your goals. I mean, look at the strength and power coming out in the cards coming out of you in this reading. This is allowing you to set in the energy of the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is like a Leo energy. It's that fire energy. It's the action energy. It's an educated woman. She's extremely knowledgeable. She's very creative. She's very nurturing. She's strong. She takes action to get things done. She uses fire energy, such as from Leo. The strength card. These are why these cards, look, you've got fire running. You've got the stars. These are all fire. Stars are part of the sun is a star. The stars are, these are fire energy. This is your ability to achieve and use a lot of wonderful energy to create and build. your universe as you want. You're putting it out there. It's wonderful energy, a very powerful energy, a lot of strength behind your reading, and I love it. And I'm getting more wands, the 7 of Wands. Everything you've worked for, you've achieved, and you rose above it, and you've used that energy, that strength, that fire to rise above it and be able to move upward movement, moving forward, and using your strength, your knowledge, your creativity to do it. So you're on a great track. The next major, 5 major arcanas in a reading are just absolutely phenomenal, amazing, and they're screaming out to you to really trust this energy you've got going around you, because you are on your life path. You get the Wheel of Fortune, and this is, it's telling you whatever you're doing, you're blessed with the sun shining on you. Beginning of this reading, everything's in your stars and nothing but strength around you. So know that you're on your life's path. You're moving forward and extremely positive, and the cards are screaming at you, hey, great job, listen, and be joyous in all this energy that's moving around you. I love these cards. We don't see 5 major arcanas coming out in a 5-card reading with 3 underlying cards often. You got 4 major arcanas in the 5-card draw, followed by a queen. This is strength, this is power, and these are all fire cards. These are fire energy. The sun, the high priestess, the stars, strength in the lion, the woman that is taming that lion, using her strength to do that, and then being having a symbol of a fire, that knowledge, that creativity, that action. I absolutely love these cards. They're phenomenal. And the final reading of the card, the underlying reading, is that Page of Cups. That Page of Cups is telling you that it's abundance. He's just sending you a message. You've got abundance in your life. See that you're on path, and then it's bringing you abundance in your life. And he's just telling you that little message from this little page is saying, and remember, you have abundance. So I love these cards, Marvy. These cards are amazing. They're coming out crazy readings. I love these. I'm definitely gonna have to rewatch this video, so I remember these readings, because these cards are phenomenal for people this week. Love this energy. We must be moving into some really powerful signs. I am not an astrologer, but I do follow a few astrologers, and I know we have some pretty active movement in the stars right now. And it may be worth you getting a hold of an astrologer and having a reading done for you and seeing what your life path is on what's in your stars, because it'd be amazing. And we have some really good astrologers in our community, and that both study Western astrology as well as Veda astrology, from Hogarth over in England. He's a absolutely phenomenal Veda astrology reader. And then we have multiple readers throughout the community that read Western astrology. So, if you find an astrologer out there, it'd be worth the investment is getting your chart done at some point in time, just out of curiosity more than anything. And astrology is absolutely amazing study. So, last and not least in our study, at the 1 hour and 18-minute mark, which we're doing great on time, is Dean, Secrets of the Red Moon Tarot. If you have not caught any of his programming, although I don't think he's been doing any recent recordings, but he has been collaborating with me and Brenda periodically, and I don't know who else. But he does have his own channel too. Do go over and like and subscribe and hit the notification, so when he does record that you get notified that he is putting out context. And catch Dean. But I'm going to throw cards for Dean and see what his energy this week is bringing him. So I have it. Usually we throw for each other in the background. Us readers read for each other because we can't read for ourselves. At least, well, I know Dean can't, and I can't either. When we throw cards and get gobbledygook, it's really hard to read for yourself. I think it's because we're just too involved in our own lives. a little underlying stress in this reading with that Ten of Swords. The first underlying card of the reading. No, nobody's killing you. You're just feeling a little down right now, but you're going to pull that energy up because you have that truth energy, that strength energy as the King of Swords. And it is bringing abundance to you in life. So trust that energy. Okay. We're coming into the reading with some worries and contemplation, self self roadblocks with this Eight of Swords. Drop the rope. The ropes aren't tied in knots bounding you up. They're loose. Let go of the ropes, take the blindfold off, and move forward. You're creating your own obstacles. You're overthinking things. You just need to take charge and use your strength and energy to move through obstacles that you may have put in your own way or obstacles that you're perceiving are in your way. They're an illusion. They're just a roadblock. It's a learning lesson. You know this as much as I do. You have the Ace of Pentacles coming towards you. Financial stability in this period. You're going to be financially okay. Like I always say, be frugal with money and then you won't run short. But yeah, things are financially working out for you right now. You're in a good position. Financially, trust in that. Center of the reading, I got two cards. I got that Queen of Pentacles is your ability to manage your finances and to budget and to take care of you and yours. Also, death, you're in the process of a new beginning. Death, as we all well know, death doesn't mean you're dying. Death is an ending of one period and moving you into a new period of life. And as you move in that new period, you get the Page of Swords. This is the page of delivering the message of stand in your own truth, stand in your own energy, fight for what you want and what you believe. You have the energy to do that. Use your strength. And then the last card of the reading is a tower. But remember, towers are endings of something that is no longer serving you. I don't see this is life falling apart tower. This is tower as you're rebuilding from the foundation that you've been through a lot. You've had a lot of change this year, and now you're rebuilding from that foundation up, which is a positive thing. That's why the underlying cards are reading like they do. Sometimes you feel like you got kicked down and moved in that position, and it's burdensome, it's worry. It's not. You're taking the energy in, and I think this is related to work. Is moving from fourth to first grade, big change, and you were feeling like you're being demoted. Well, you're not. I think you're getting new opportunities, and they're starting to really show. This is allowing you to grow as a teacher, to work with the young minds as they're coming into the system, not the sassy 12-year-olds that are hitting fourth grade and causing you headaches. But it's allowing abundance to come in your life. I think you're happier in this job. You're enjoying the difference of starting with the young, fresh minds, the new, the open the opportunities and the ability to work with the kids at a younger age and develop those trust, those relationships, and that loving of school at the foundation at the beginning rather than getting them 4 years through COVID, all the different changes through your career that you've seen the kids move through COVID and all those things and lost opportunities of learning and stuff, which was very difficult with the last few classes you've seen move through the grades. So I think it's giving you a fresh start and it's causing an abundance. It's causing you to like your job better. It's causing you to take control of things and looking at your career from a different perspective and getting you a lot of growth in the process. I love these cards. I think they're good. Even though if there seems like you got some stress out, this is a personal roadblock. This is the career change, the change perspective that you've had to move through in this energy. You've had a lot of things going on this, in life, both personally and through career, and you've taken it in stride. A lot of change. Just stick with it, trust in it, move with the flow. You're a water sign. Your best friends are water signs. Listen to us, Pisces. Go with the flow, dear. So we love you, and that's your reading for today. Of course, well, as you well know, we can hook up and do a more in-depth, more personal, direct reading. But I'm going to end it for today. I will be back tomorrow at 2:30, and I will try to get that set up right now before I leave the room. For tomorrow at 2:30 for Oracle readings. I do have a new Oracle deck that I'll integrate into my readings. Probably do the between readings with the new Oracle cards, which are really interesting, called the Time Oracle Discovering Your Path. And they're a round deck. This is my first round deck. They're really neat. So I was reading through a few. Yeah, Dean, we'll do a show and tell with these. Throw some cards we were talking about earlier when I talked to you briefly. Oh, excuse me. Anyways, I'm gonna get going for now. I'll get the tomorrow's room set up before I get off my computer and go out for the evening. Yeah, I have time. And then I will be back on tomorrow at 2:30. Thank you for all coming in. I love you all, and I look forward to tomorrow's readings. Blessings to you all. And those of you have donated, if you want to donate, you can donate to my PayPal. It's https://paypal.me/backpack all donations are welcome, and blessings to you that have helped support the station. And I will see everybody tomorrow. So everybody have a good evening and a good Sunday.